Right, you guys can ask questions at any point if you've got anything to ask. So I think I'm just here today to kind of say that kind of my journey from starting here to where I am now. I finished college just before lockdown, I think it was, wasn't it? Just the summer before lockdown. So I've been in my job now 4 years.
It's not been 4 years.
No, I finished just before lockdown, but I started my job while I was in level 1. I think I started when we did work experience. I got my job at a salon in Harpenden. So I've been there since. They kept me on after I finished college, and so I did level 1 and 2, and then didn't start level 3 because at the time there was no level 3. So I thought I would just stay at work and just go in there really. 100% it helps to be in a salon, no doubt about that. You learn so much, even just from watching people. Being a junior really is important, as much as it seems like you're starting at the bottom, which you are, but you're so needed, because it made such a difference. And when I went from junior to stylist, when there wasn't a junior anymore, it was, oh my gosh, who's going to do everything I was doing? So you end up doing that as well. So yeah, very important to start and work in a salon. Just watching and seeing everyone else, they will ask you to help, and it is an important job. They need it. So I got my own column probably 2 years ago, so just before lockdown, so it was very quiet to start with, but then as soon as,
Everybody knows what the column means.
My own station, my own column in the book, so people can book in with me.
So that's what I thought, let me just, yeah.
So when you have your own column, people can book in with you. They can book with you online, they ring up, and you have your own station, your own section. You have your clients basically, you start building. When you're work for somebody, you basically get given clients, whoever. It's different from being self-employed where you bring your own. I mean, you can bring your own, but obviously you don't get the money from that. You just paid your wage. Eventually, the more clients you have, you eventually then start earning commission, which is, so the busier you are, the more money you make, even if you're on an hourly pay. Once you hit make a certain amount in a week, so I think ours is you have to earn 1,400 a week for the company, which sounds a lot of money, but trust me, it's easily done. At Christmas time, we were hitting £2,000 a week each, just from being busy, and obviously more complex things, so highlights and stuff, you're charging 120, I think we charge £125 for a full head of highlights, add a cut and blow dry, you hit 160 basically in a couple of hours work. Do that a couple of times a day, you're making money. That's what I was going to say. So yeah, so I have my own column, and then you just start building up your clients slowly. So after lockdown, obviously that helped massively because people weren't fussy about who they went to. It was, I need my hair doing, and then they stay with you. They like you, they stay. Consultation is, as much as I know when I was at college, doing the consultation always seemed like, why am I doing this? Like, come on, they just want to have this, and I know what they want. But it is massive. I've noticed more and more as I see it, people come in and they don't know what they want. They say, oh, I want my hair feathered, or I want it layered. You don't want it layered. That's not what you want. They think they know what that means. They don't. They see a picture and think, oh, I want my hair to look like this. It's down to you to say, you know what, that is not going to happen. I think, let's try this. Let's do this for now. And they want you to tell them. They'll feel more confident. You can say, I think this would really suit you. And you know what, we could do this as well. Why don't we try this? And they like that, and then they feel that they've got a service. They haven't just come in and say, you want the same again? Okay, I'll do that, bye. Like, that's it. It's boring.
May I ask you something? Maybe I have this and I'll ask you some questions.
Yeah?
And we'll let
We'll
you
do
do
our
your
questions. Yeah, we can ask our questions after.
Right, so this is who I work for. The shop is called Ian Kelly's, and Kevin Murphy is the brand we work for. I don't know if anyone heard of Kevin Murphy. So it's an Australian brand. It's fairly low-key here. Obviously it's very big over there, but it's a really good brand. It's all cruelty-free. I think it's all ammonia-free, PPD-free. So I don't know how much you guys have learned, but you know when it comes to allergies, and you know you do skin tests, the most common ingredient that people are allergic to is something called PPD. Don't ask me what that means. I don't know. I just know
That's the power something dies.
Yeah.
I'm a thing in the diary.
That's
You should
it.
remember
So,
that.
such many big words. So, our products don't have any of that in it. And there's no ammonia. So, you know when you get bleach, you know that smell that can feel quite, or sometimes there's none of that in there. So, our products don't have any strong smell, so it always smells really nice in there. It doesn't smell of dye and colour. So that's that. So yeah, that was me when we was at college. That was 2017 to 2019.
Have you done level 2
Well, level 1 and 2.
full time?
Full time, yeah. Full time, level 1 and 2. We completed that. And then I started working at the salon in April 2018. So that was maybe my level 2 work experience. I started there, yeah. And then obviously they kept me on.
How did you find your salon?
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. It's small. It's not a big salon. If you can see, it's on the. That's the shop front. That's where you can see the front. So it's quite hidden. This is in Harpenden. Yes, you know the salon. Yes, it's Harpenden. So it's on the 2nd floor. So it's quite hidden. So we don't rely on like foot traffic. We don't rely on people just walking past and thinking, oh. So it's all word of mouth. We're trying very hard at the minute to increase our Instagram, which at the minute social media is everything. So we get a lot of clients through social media. Our job at the minute is to try and increase that. We're so lazy with it. It's so hard.
Another salon.
Yes, and my boss has now opened another salon in Hitchin. It's got a different name though. It's called Nikki Salon. So that's a really cool salon. All different staff, but we do all our training there. So we do go over there sometimes to work with them. So this is the brand I work for, with Kevin Murphy, and our colour range is called Colour Me. Very similar to colour, if you guys know much about that. Like with all the point numbers, I think the only difference is, I think your point 2, is it green?
No.
Where,
Green, well, we've got green national blue.
yeah, and our point 2 is beige, so you don't want to get them confused. So, I mean, they all say the number, they say exactly what they are on it. I mean, even to this day, I'm still learning, mixing colours, trying new things. They keep bringing out new colours. The cool one they brought out at the minute is a chocolate ash, which is so hard to make. Trying to get someone who wants a chocolate but don't want to be warm, but I don't like any warmth in it. So now they've got one that comes in. It's amazing. It's such a lovely colour. Loads of products. Again, some of them are vegan, which in this day and age, a lot of people look for that. So we do have some products that are, again, all cruelty-free, which again is a high selling point. So many different ranges, from curly hair to fine hair, anything like that. See, that's that there. And again, they work heavily with the environment. So when they had that CO thing in Scotland a little while ago, they were there promoting that we recycle all our bottles. They're all now made from reclaimed ocean waste plastic, all our bottles. Again, big selling point, they're big on the environment. Again, with gluten-free and vegan products. Everything's made from, we use natural ingredients from sources that are sustainable and renewable. And they're harvested utilising methods to not cause or any harm to the environment.
It's a really big point now at
Yeah.
the moment, and especially the apprentices and level 2, you know, we're trying to do more about sustainability, and yes, I've got one of my level 2s in, but they're very advocate for scientists about the environment.
Yeah, I remember when we had to do a project on a company and a brand, and I did this, and this was actually quite a good one to use because there's so much that you can write about it. Yeah. So this is a good brand to use because again there's so much online about them.
Sorry to interrupt. What are the price ranges? Is it a product that a lot of people can buy, or is it?
I think it's reasonable. It is expensive, but all salon stuff is expensive. So for a shampoo bottle, you're looking £24. Conditioner 26, and then we do one that is, so that's a 250ml, but then we charge an extra £10 if you get the 500ml one. So it would be £36 for a 500ml, which is good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Obviously, I know you get people that come in and say, "Oh, I paid £5 for this shampoo in Sainsbury's." It makes a huge difference to use salon products. It's crazy. I know it sounds like it's a selling point, but I can genuinely say from using it, it works, and it is a lot better for your hair. Especially without sulfate-free shampoo and things like that.
That's a really good point there, because you've got like gluten-free. Now, so many people are celiac. In this day and age, that's something that's really, so that is a really good point, because I actually haven't seen products that actually stipulate gluten-free. I don't know, Barbara, if headmasters have a range.
Purology.
Okay, yeah.
Purology
Right,
is
is it gluten-free?
gluten-free, sulfate-free, and
Yeah.
that's the only one. And I'm not going to say
There's not
L'Oreal likes cruelty.
L'Oreal
Say no more.
products.
The only one that we have at the salon. That's
That's good. It's Australian, isn't it?
Yes, it's all Australian, so it's obviously quite big over there.
And maybe Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell is, they are always big on the environment.
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of clients who ring up and say they found our number on Google because they typed in a salon that does all these things, and we come up because we're local. And then the closest one to where we are would be London. There's not many salons like us around, so it does give us a little bit of a selling point that people will travel to. We get clients coming from London, we get them from up north that have been coming for years that will come to the salon. People will travel, if they like the products, they will travel, they'll come to they like you. Exactly. I mean, we just had a revamp at the salon because our salon was so old and dated, and clients would comment and it was embarrassing, but now, people have obviously now noticed, we've been begging our boss for years now, let's do something. But even though the salon was old, people were still coming back. And in his head, it was like, they're still coming, so what do I need to do? I don't need to change anything.
They've done it now.
Yeah, so now it looks like the Amazon rainforest, there's plants everywhere. It's just gone very green. So now we're all in training of how to look after plants, which I have no idea. I'm not getting involved in that. That's not my problem.
They take you off the rota.
We're actually considering doing a rota who's going to feed them on what day.
I think it's a rota for the plants.
Yeah.
Be off it.
So this is the other salon. That was a training day we had. So that's a rep from Kevin Murphy, which we work closely with. There's always new products coming out, and he'll come and advertise it. I think it's him doing a balayage. It was kind of locked down all in face masks earlier. So this is the other salon, or Here's Salon, which is a really cool. It's like an industrial kind of feel. It's the chipboard and everything. So that's in Hitchin. And then another brand we now work for is a brand called Show Pony, which is another Australian brand, but it's for hair extensions. So we did our training in, I think, September, when we kind of merged the two companies. So Kevin Murphy now works with Show Pony, so we can use Kevin Murphy products on Show Pony hair. Whereas things like Beauty Works, they'll say strictly only Beauty Works products can go on the hair. We found that they've basically been trying to find an ethnically sourced hair, and this is the best one that they can find. It's partly European, partly Indian hair, which again is quite rare. It's usually all Indian hair. I won't go too much into Show Pony, but they looked for something that was made from sustainable, everything, all the packaging is recyclable, there's no plastic, it's all in cardboard, things like that. So again, huge selling point from our brand. So we did that. So that's another, again, training day that, again, being in a salon I didn't have to pay for. It was paid for by my boss, so again, got that. But that would have cost me hundreds to do that. My only issue now is we've got to now try and sell it, which is the hard part.
Instagram is the best one.
Instagram is the best.
And that's how we...
It's things people that have extensions.
And it's not cheap to have extensions.
It's so expensive, and people hear the price.
Do you give a student discount?
No. As what she said, I don't know if you know anything about the extensions and how they actually make the hair for the real hair. It's exactly what you said. Yeah. It's a big business.
Oh yeah.
But equally, we have to be mindful of where you taking the hair. people
Yeah,
growing
where
their hair
it's
for
from.
that.
Yeah.
Hair
And at
fibers.
one time, hair extensions was
There's a
massive.
documentary on, I think, somewhere on Netflix on it. Quite interesting to see. I'll try and find the link.
Yeah, try and find
Yeah,
a link.
where they get
and
it
follow
from.
that.
Yeah, where they get their hair from,
Yeah.
and
That was a big thing for Kevin Murphy as a brand, to try and find something that suited our brand, that wasn't going out way of being natural.
Where hair extensions came
So
from.
yeah, no, it's interesting to know.
And it's such a big business, the extension.
Oh yeah, it's huge. The money in it is incredible.
You can have one client. Here you go, I've done my target for the whole week.
Well, exactly. I mean, so for a box, so I've got them in my hair. They use me as a guinea pig, just to show in the salon because my hair's awful. But so you probably shouldn't know that I've got them in.
Tape?
Yeah, these are tapes. Yeah.
We use the tape one.
And so I didn't pay for it because obviously I did it at work. But this little head of hair, that would have cost me about, to have it all done, about £400.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
But then the maintenance every 6 weeks is pushing it up, and that's what puts people off, is the maintenance. It's a lot to have to come every 6 weeks, have them pushed up, as well as then having a root colour, which you then do, so that's an added time. You'd be there all day, it takes so long. But that would be my commission for the week, in one day. So this is just some of the work that I've done, just random bits. Another thing, again, be better at taking photos of your work. We are not. We never have time. It's all like, oh, I should have taken it before and after. But this is all just me practicing, really. These were all models. So it's kind of, I think these are balayage, and that was just colour with highlights. Just, we had a client who was sick of her grey hair. We were just like, again, didn't know what she wanted. He came and said, let me trust me, and I'll do something, and we'll make it right. And she was so happy. But yeah, so that's just a bit.
I think that's what I had a question for you about when you went for the first experience and then started working in the salon once you qualified. At what point did you feel like you are really confident of telling your clients what you think is good for
Still
them?
not. I make it up.
It's important. What is it? It is important.
Every day is different. I get a client come in and I see her hair and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I've got no idea with that. You sit them down and you chat with them and you think, you know what, we can work it out together, and then don't show that you're scared. The last thing they need to see is like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And then you bring your friend, bring another person you work with over and you're like, can we just do this together? Which is, again, another really important thing. Just say to them, look, I'm just going to get a second opinion. We're going to chat about it together and we're going to figure it out.
And that is the nice bit about working in the salon, isn't it? Because you've got somebody there. Whereas when, because we had Sheila in from Freelance Hair and Beauty, when you're working on your own and you're picking up and you've got new clients, you haven't got that person there that you can say, well, okay, she wants a colour change, are we going to put this colour on and that? So it is a really...
Sometimes it's just reassurance. You might think you know the answer, but you doubt yourself. You're like, oh, is it that colour?
I think that is
it that?
Us, yeah.
And then you just say, oh, so-and-so, should we do this? And like, yeah, that's fine. And it just reassures you that actually I was right. I've thought about it myself. As long as you've tried, don't just straight away be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. What should I do?
Panic.
Don't panic. That's the thing. Never panic. You will figure it out.
And I think probably what you said, working in the salon, you're constantly coaching and mentoring each other.
Yeah,
as you said, you're doing the workshops. So
100%
you might be 4 years, you've got 30 years, I've got 21. But then I don't know maybe how to do the tape extension. So you're gonna come and show me. So it's non-stop.
It's non-stop learning.
Yes, I like the challenge that you get faced every day, because I guess when you work for yourself, you kind of pick and choose.
Yeah.
Whereas in salon, especially...
You walk into the salon in the morning and you've got a full day of clients. You don't know what's coming.
Exactly, especially before you get your own column. You just like, they give you whatever.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean, my work with the spirit, like working with clients started, would be my boss would be running behind, which is quite a normal thing for an owner of a salon, to just live in their own world. Be like, oh, I'm running behind, can you do my client? That first time was just like, oh my gosh, really? And he's like, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
okay.
it's good in a way, because they
Just throw you in, just go, you'll be fine, don't worry about it, I know you can do it.
Yeah.
And that was it, and then that's how, so then that client's like, oh actually, I liked how she did it, I'll go with her next time. And then, I mean, where I work, there is no hostility about people taking clients, we work together.
Yeah.
So that's really
That's a
good.
good thing.
Yeah.
That's really good, because I think you have to have that balance. Do you not think, Nikki, that like you say, you have to have that confidence to work on the client? And I've been there, sometimes I've thought, oh my God, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like you said earlier, you've got to get that client coming back to you. We're selling an experience here, we're offering an experience. So when you said consultation is key, it's consultation is key. It's worth spending that 20 minutes so that you get that client back. And I think, okay, so my level ones, they're just touching on that. But you guys, on your level 2, you know how much time you have to spend on that consultation, because it's, you know, identifying the client's requirements and getting them back, and that's what's happened.
That's how you do it. If they like you, they'll come back.
Yeah.
They've shown you put time in and not just sat them down and been like, oh, just a trim.
Yeah,
All right. We're not
and
allowed to say that at work. Never just a trim. But you do get clients that say, oh, how much is it if I just want a trim? It's still a haircut. Yeah, but I only want this much off. It is still a haircut. I'm still going to charge you for a haircut.
Still able to do.
I'm still doing, I'll just trim that one bit for you, that's fine.
Nikki, if you can go back in 4 years when you were in college and studying, is there anything else, looking back, you would say, I wish I just kind of maybe focused there a little bit more on that, and that would have helped me in the salon?
Probably more working on headlocks and just cutting more. I think, I even to this day, I get scared of some cuts. Like, it takes time.
It takes time.
And I think I was a bit naive when I came to college, and I thought that I'll do my 2 years and I'll be qualified. After 2 years, I'm going to be working in a salon, I'm going to be hairdressing. And I think it took me a while to get in my head, actually, that's not happening. Why am I not normal? Why am I not ready yet? And even to this day, I'm still learning. It is then you go to realise that actually every day is learning. And it could be 20 years' time, but I'm still learning something new. So there is no end date, if that makes sense. It's never, I'm starting here, and by this day I'm going to be fully qualified and confident in everything. No, that's not real.
And there's all new trends coming out.
Everything
all the time.
changes.
You have to keep up to date, and that's why I came back from new training.
People think it was last year, we went for a training day, and the guy that was the manager from the other salon was like, right, we're learning to cut a mullet. And we were like, how are we doing that? Like, who would want that? And now they're flipping everywhere. And it's like, oh, the trends change. But we thought he was crazy. Like, oh, we're never going to need to learn that.
Same with perming.
Perming, yeah. See, we never did that.
No, because they're taking it out.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it stands. We haven't got on the
I
apprentices
do
bar.
perms with my apprentices.
Do you?
With
Okay.
the apprentices, they do.
Well, we do
that
perms in the
option,
summer.
But
Yeah.
And it's
they
huge,
don't.
massive in London.
So we have a few clients, and it's mainly men that come in to have the perms done, and we have only one girl in the salon that does it. But I remember we ran out of perm lotion just before Christmas. We were like, what are we going to do? So we were like, well, let's go to another salon down the road and see if they have any. And I've never seen somebody look at me like, perm lotion? We don't do perms, all right.
Alright, calm down.
Calm down. We ended up buying it in the chemist, we actually found some.
Oh, look good.
Yeah.
Well done.
But again, it's just one of those things, you just...
But the same in my salon, that we have a few people that will be able to do it. But then, as you said, we always, let's say if the other person who isn't qualified or able to do it, then they will just shadow with you.
Yeah, they watch. Yeah.
And then because you already have those, that's why I always say to you girls, like, just get those little basic skills and you can just build up on that. So once you just stand in, and exactly what Nikki said, I'm just doing observation, I will be able to do it. So just by standing, watching,
That's how I
observation.
learned balayage.
Exactly.
That's,
Then you
I
learn.
just watch.
Yeah, because we
Watch. You don't do it level 2, no, so I never did it. And there's the work I did there, I never was trained in it. That was just me watching other people at work, them saying, do you want to have a go? Just letting me have a go. And then you bring a model in, just like somebody you know maybe, to do it on. And then by the end of it, you get there. We work with each other. There's a guy that I work with, and we do half a head each. And so time is quicker, otherwise we'll be there all day. That's one thing, is timing.
The timing is massive.
Timing is massive in a salon. I mean, again, I'm quite lucky. where I work that my boss understood that I am quite slow with something, so he's extended my time on my thing. So I do get 2 hours to do a full head of highlights. I'm allowed that.
I didn't hear that.
I was about to say, did you get
No,
Don't do it now.
no.
Because I haven't learned the tricks that maybe that they have. So I don't know how you guys section your highlights, if you've done highlights yet. We was obviously taught brickwork, so that's how I started doing it when I was there. But then they were like, you know what, this way's a bit quicker. So now I've learned a new method.
Which one is quicker?
Well, the quickest that I know that my boss does, he manages to do 2 rows at the back, and I just don't know how he does it.
Yeah,
I can't do it still. I still have to do 3, so that obviously adds on an extra
I do too.
half an hour. So when you
But I
go
don't
up,
teach them
no,
that.
exactly, but that's hard. So without getting drag and things like that, no, that it's hard.
Yeah.
But again, it's all practice. If you have a spare 10 minutes, just get a headlock out and just practice your foils. I know it sounds tedious, but it helps.
Did you hear that, lady? She said practice, practice.
It really is all about practice, because you suddenly get a real head and you're like, oh my gosh, my hands are shaking, I don't know what I'm doing. And then you panic, and that's it. But so you've just got to, if you know what you're doing, you'll get there. Timing will come.
Nikki,
It is.
what I can say,
What's that?
your salon is really good. Taking on, we had, like, I think it took on about 3 or 4 work experience. Is he still open to that? I know he's not looking to take anybody.
We would do work experience, yeah.
So guys, any of you are interested in work experience?
How long did you do work experience before your salon employed you?
I think I was actually already working there before, because I did my first work experience at a different salon in level 1, and then I started working. He came to the salon, he came to the college, didn't he?
What you're doing.
Yeah, because he was looking for juniors, so I started working there, and then I did my work experience with him. So it wasn't until I finished level 2 that he offered me a permanent job. It was just that I only did 1 day a week, because we was at college. So every Friday I just did a full day, and then when I finished college, he was like, right, I want to keep you on and start working full time. So that's when that came.
I'm trying to organise my work experience for you girls. Bear with me, the paperwork is too much.
It's just hard where I am, it's Harpenden, it's not.
I'm in London, so that's why I was like, I can organise it, but are you willing to travel?
Oh yeah.
So, with you, so,
Should we go?
Nikki, you're in Harpenden, so how far are you from the train station?
Not far from the train station. I don't know if you know Harpenden.
Yeah, I was at the academy there.
Oh yeah. It's probably 10-minute walk from the station, depending
It's a 10
on
minutes
slow
walk from the
walk.
station.
Yeah. It's literally, it's just down, it's harder to walk to the station because it's up a hill. Walking down, it's fine. Harpenden's not that big, we're in the centre. It's fairly easy to get to. It's probably easier on a train because parking in Harpenden is awful.
Yeah. So sometimes it's only like literally on the train, 5 minutes from Luton.
7 minutes, if
Yeah,
that.
it's 7.
Yeah, it's not far at all.
And the ticket is much cheaper than going to London.
Yeah, I think it's, for a return ticket to Harpenden is £5, £6, depending on the time.
No, from Liverpool.
Yeah,
It's about
so-
25 minutes.
Is that what it is? Okay.
So your salon is looking for or open to work?
We're open to work experience, yeah. We can't offer any jobs at the minute, because I think we've got an apprentice starting.
Is that available in Hitchin as well?
I can find out for you. If you were based in Hitchin.
No, but I can travel to Hitchin.
Oh, okay. I can find out, yeah, obviously I'm in contact with Hitchin, I can find out about Hitchin.
I'm level 1 hair. There isn't level 1 hair, like I said.
Yeah, it's hair and beauty.
But they have to progress on a pathway. So for my guys, what I call, because the others are the mains, if they're interested in coming to do a hair level 2, I would expect them to get work experience out in the summer. So quite often the college they're doing online learning. But like you say, you have to go into a salon, and if you're doing a level 2 qualification in hair,
You need to.
Looking at level 1 to get, it's free, you don't get paid for it, so I'm not sure if the college help with cost if they want to.
They're travelling,
I don't know. But if they want to come and do level 2 hair and they're serious about it, that's why we've asked people to come in to give you guys that opportunity. There's a salon out there that is willing, and we had quite a lot, didn't we, out of your group?
I think 4 of us ended up there.
Yeah, 4 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my class, 4 of us were actually working there. We just did a different day.
And that was in what, 2018?
Yeah.
So 2018, like Nikki said, she was a student here, exactly the same way you're sat, and she went and got a work experience, and there was 4
of us.
others. Yeah, because I remember it was really good, because the owner had come in and said, look, come out there, come and have some work experience. Let's see what it's like.
Yeah.
Because with hair, and Barbara will say, and Nikki, us hairdressers, we're the happiest in the world, right? And we have to have that passion.
You have to love what
if
you
you
do.
haven't got any passion, this is not the career for you. And you've got to think about that, because in April they've got to think about where it's going where.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to love what you do.
Did you do level 2 and level 3?
No, just level 1 and 2. They didn't have a level 3 when it was time for me to progress, so I stayed on and trained at work. So, and again, because I was a mature student, I would have had to have paid for it as well. So for me, it was better for me to work. Like I say, sometimes I wish I had done level 3, just to kind of give me that, maybe boost my confidence a bit more.
I think that's
But
what
I've just
it is
kind of
sometimes.
persevered. Yeah.
You either go like you have and learn in the salon, and like I didn't have any qualifications at that time, and I think sometimes it works. So for some guys here, they need that level 3 to just boost their confidence to know a little bit more. Because when you think about it, now it's 33 weeks that they get to do a level 2.
It's
Which
not
I don't, me personally, I don't agree with it. But
No.
that's what is on offer. So that's why you need your work experience. You need to be looking every 5 minutes. I know, like, these guys are really good and been on the Wella platform and doing all the certificates and that. These guys are home and working. Yeah, I should have done okay. Yeah. So, any questions, guys? Do you have any questions for Nikki? Come on, Aisha.
No question, I just wanted to say that I know a lot of people say do level 3 as well, but then me personally, I think you learn on the job, which is completely different experience when you learn in salon.
It is
As I
different.
said earlier, is the challenge. I know you said it's good because it boosts your confidence,
Yeah.
but then in salon you learn about.
But then don't forget, don't just look at like from here to here. Look from here
Obviously,
all the way there.
yeah.
Because like me on the farm in Hungary.
Yeah.
Because that's where I come from, in the farm in Hungary. I looked at where am I going to be, all the way to England.
No, I mean it's good maybe to do level 2 and experience, and then while you're doing level 3 to still be.
But once you start working, you're not going to have time. You're not going to have time.
If level 3 was offered to me when I was here, I would have done it. It's only because it wasn't here
So
and
if
that
you
I
have
started
time,
on work.
do the level 3
3.
and then do the work experience at the same time, and then work in the salon, be it up.
Even working 1 day a week was fine for me when I was in level 2. It was still helping, just doing 1 day a week. But like I
That's
said,
funny, like doing level
Because
3 and
maybe
work experience at the same
5
time.
years time.
Oh,
you're
100%
thinking, I
you
want
need
to
to
do
do both.
this. So you need the level 3. The same like when you're doing your English and maths. I had to do my maths when I'm 40 years old. It's ridiculous. I should have done it when I was 17 years old. Come on. But I need it because I need it for my teaching course. So sometimes that's what I mean, like look way ahead, like where do I see myself in 5, 10 years time? What do I need for that? So I will need the level 3 because I want to be a teacher. You will need to have level 3 to be a teacher. You understand? Because you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You never
and
know.
if you're trying to get a job, it probably does look better to say you've got level 3 if you're going into an interview.
That's
It
my
looks better on
opinion.
your CV.
It's not good. From my experience. So do your maths in English while you can when you're 17, 16. know when you're 40.
You can't go back in time.
It's ridiculous.
No.
Anyone else?
What was the question?
Do you have any question to Nikki? Anything?
Do you have any questions for us?
Well, I say, you've got to love what you do. I like the fact that I go to work and I never dread going to work. I like going. It's never a chore.
I guess that's with every job, really, you need to.
Yeah, because some days you will go a day and you don't get a break. You're working, it's hard work. It's not easy some days, they're hard.
It is hard.
Most of the time you don't get a break.
What, don't you get a break?
Most of the time.
Most of the time, I mean, especially Christmas
don't say
time.
nothing.
Yeah, it's funny when you get the clients who book in for their 1 o'clock appointment and say, oh, I'm so sorry, am I taking over your lunch break?
No.
What lunch break?
What's that?
There's no such thing, I'm working 9 till 6, like, there's no break. But you learn to grab a biscuit when you're mixing colour. Just so have an open bag of crisps there all the time that you're just constantly dipping into. Yeah.
So you're really confident with like colours and stuff like that?
I'm more confident in colour than I am cutting. Just because I think I prefer colouring more. I enjoy it. I like seeing the outcomes.
I'm the opposite.
You're the opposite. See, again, you're still learning things with colour. You'll see some, even to this day, my boss will still challenge me. He'll have his client, he'll be like, Nikki, come here, tell me what it is I need to do. And kind of just work your brain, and it's good. And you'll be like, is it that? You're like, yeah, that's fine, go mix it up for me. Okay.
Oh, so have you had any wrong accidents at the workplace yet?
No, I don't think I have. Not that I can think of. Sometimes colour doesn't take. You do get clients that have really resistant hair, and you've done all that work, and you can still see all your greys, and you're like, oh my god. And especially toners is quite scary. So when you've done like bleach their hair, and you put a toner on, and suddenly it looks purple. And, oh my god. What do I do? Rinse it off and that? Usually it's fine, it looks more scary than it is.
I think that's the art of being a good hairdresser, and I always say this. The art of being a good hairdresser is knowing how to get out of trouble. That's what it is. And I always say that.
Yeah.
Because it
Scrub
is.
your hair.
You should always get down to
This is the colour you wanted, wasn't it? That's what you said.
Have you had a bad day, like you know, thought you want to quit?
Yeah, I've had bad days. You have days where nothing is going right. You get a client that's come in that's can be really awkward and nothing you do is good enough. They can be rude, and you just have to breathe, walk away, have a little bitch in the kitchen, get out your system, and then go back. And it's good.
And then I hope I never see you again. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you say in your head, and when you say the behind closed doors, and then you just smile and bye.
And surprisingly, she read books.
Yeah, and they come back and you're like, oh my god, she's
You
back
know,
here.
I think those are the hardest to deal with. They come back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they like you, and the thing
Yeah.
is, if you're professional, that it's about being professional.
Especially
You
if-
grit your teeth, you smile, you're okay, we can do that, or whatever. And sometimes you have to be blunt, and you have to say that's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
don't
what
went
I
in
was
with
saying.
Asian black hair,
sometimes they
I want
are
to be
used
platinum. No,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why? I've been told I can go here and get it done. Okay, then you go there and you have that done then.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that here. We've got a client whose hair is so badly damaged, and she's adamant that she wants it bleached, and we've had to say no quite a few times. I'm not doing it
Yeah.
because I won't have you leaving my salon and say that's my work, because I can't do it. And they're fine. She still comes back, and she still has it cut, and she has treatments, and she's working towards having it bleached again.
She needs extension.
Just because it is awful hair, it's just there's nothing.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
What she did?
Just bleach, and she's naturally got probably very
Yeah, and I'm
dark
pretty
brown
sure
hair.
she went to other salons and they just done it for
Yeah, and they would have just done it,
Oh.
yeah.
Exactly.
And then ruined
And
it.
sometimes they agree with that until they actually leave the salon.
You have to be
So
proud
that's
of your
where it
work.
comes when
I
you
think
say no and
you
then-
have to be proud of what you do.
Yeah.
And not just do it for the money. If someone comes in and I want this, okay, that's fine, a couple of £100, and it looks awful. There's no pride in that, because then they go out and say, "Where did you get your hair done?" They say your name, and you're like, you don't want to be associated with that. You can try and help people, you think of a solution, let's try this instead. So last time, because she wanted her roots bleached again, we were like, no, let's do a root stretch, let's blend it out and let's change it a little bit. And she did it, and she liked it.
Yeah.
But you've got to be able to say what it is they need.
No, exactly, yeah.
Again,
That's
without
what
being rude.
consultation.
Yeah, the consultation.
Yeah, consultation,
That's
very
what
important.
consultation.
Yeah.
If you've got a client that isn't happy, it's normally because the consultation there was
Wasn't
something
right. Yeah.
that wasn't right. You
And
didn't
they are pretty
understand.
sure used to just hit to other salons saying, yeah, we can do that for you. And once they confront, like you confront them with, no, we're not going to do this. Back in their head, they know that she's right, but then they don't want to accept it. But
Yeah.
then they come back because, well,
Yeah,
they think, okay, yeah, she was
Yeah.
right, I'm coming back.
exactly, and that's what you want. But yeah, you will have bad days, you'll have stressful days, you'll have difficult clients. You just get on with it.
Leave your problems.
And then the next day could be amazing and everything goes really well and it's the best day ever. And it's just, it is what it is.
It's just what I've always said, when you have a bad day, you just need to tell yourself, I love my job.
Yeah,
And just
it is
carry
true.
on.
Just carry on, smile. And it does bug you and it bothers you and I'm a bad one for it and I'll take it home with me and it'll bug me and be like, oh, that colour didn't come out what I wanted, and it really, really bugs you and you go to work the next day thinking there's going to be a text on the phone like to say that she wasn't happy and you're like, I don't want to know, did anyone ring? And they're like, no, I got away with that one, it was fine. And they look again, you're like, you know what, I've got ring for nothing. You stress yourself out.
And then you build that confidence when you actually, when they come back, you dare to ask, was there anything you didn't like about it? Because then it also part
You
of,
learn from it.
and building a rapport, so then she'll be like, okay, well, I'm confident enough to say, well, maybe here or there wasn't right for me.
Yeah. But that's,
I think we have high expectations sometimes of ourselves. And then that's where we...
I mean, it doesn't go where you think it's going to go. It does deflate you, and you do feel rubbish. It's being human, isn't it? It's just learning, and you'll be
So
learning
did you
forever.
always know that you wanted to be a hairdresser?
No, I did lots of different things before I did hairdressing. I did beauty when I left school. Did that holistic therapy for 2 years, and after that I realised I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. And then I did public services because I wanted to be a prison officer. Did that for 2 years, so I did level 3 in that. And then I stopped, and then I had a family, I had kids, and kind of then thought...
Yeah, I was just saying that for us with kids, it's going to be stressful, but now we...
No, I've got 2. I came to college with 2 kids. I just kind of wanted a job that I could work around them.
That's
That was one of the main things, and I've always liked hair. Never thought I could do it. That was the main thing. I just didn't think that I could do something like that. And you kind of just took the plunge.
And if you were here, they have done it, you got student of the year, didn't you? Because so they used to do that. We haven't had that one, have we, for a couple of years.
Really?
Because of COVID, we...
Can we have that?
We have...
Have you done your competition?
I knew you were going to say that.
Sorry, Lizzie.
That's okay. Because we've had 2 years of lockdown, obviously with the restrictions and everything, we haven't had, we had to do a lot of adaptation on the level 2, hence why we've got the level 3, so adapting because they didn't have the clientele to work on, so that obviously meant more block work and everything. Where we had student of the year, we haven't had that. Competitions, we haven't. We're doing quite a big thing, I think, to create an image. It's music albums. We're going to try and turn that, because we've got the new build as well, so we want, like I think some of the level 3s, and then obviously if we've got some of the level 2s that want to kind of join in, it's all about planning, isn't it? But yeah, so that's something that we guys will bring up, whether we are going to have and reintroduce that, because it's just nice. And
it was nice to do.
Lovely. You came down with your mum and dad and Nadine had taken over. And so, you get put forward by your tutors, and then we discuss, who we think should have that and the reasons why.
We hired at somebody else.
So it's not just like one person's decision, it's the person the tutors put the names forward and we discuss it. But many years ago, we used to have it where it's quite, we had like music attached to the shows, and you know, we had barbers. We used to have it quite big here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a big, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we used to have that sort of thing quite big because.
And then got media people and makeup and everything
involved. Fashion, the fashion department.
But that's when we had the show as well, though, didn't we? We did the catwalk.
Yeah.
Create an image.
Yeah, that was
Oh, wow,
it. Jungle thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we
I know. I tell you
that's
what.
Get a lot of space for it now.
Yeah.
That's so
That
cool.
was probably your year. Was the last
The
one.
last
It was
year, yeah.
absolutely fantastic. They planned their mood boards. It was really.
Because the beauty got involved as well.
Yeah, beauty got involved because they put effort in. That's why we told you about creating an image. At level 1 here, they don't do too much, but they need to because, you know, it is the total overall look. And that was absolutely, wasn't it? Like, that was fantastic.
The jungle thing, yeah.
But again, it's about how much you want to put in. If you want to come in and just college and just waste your time and just think, oh, I'll quit soon, you're doing this, you're not going to achieve much. But whatever you do in life, you've got to put your effort in.
Yes.
So even if you go and some of you guys might not, you might go into art, you might go into business.
I've done
hairdressing is not, hairdressing, I've had a lot of students that hairdressers that go into art because it's a creative.
It is, yeah.
But whatever you do in life, you've got to put, you know, your effort in. You've got a plan. It depends what you want. And it's like what Barbara said. Sometimes we can't see above next week, but you have to look at the bigger picture. Me, I can't think about this afternoon.
Oh, you got to love it.
Any questions, guys? Any more? No?
Waiting for the breakdown.
Thank you.
That's alright. Thank you.
So,
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
yeah, so if I
And good luck for your
ask,
Thank you.
lifelong career.
yeah,